go. And we remove this. And then we do this. And hi, everyone. Look at this. It's 9:30 on the nose. It's amazing. Something I was just saying to my guests here before that it's a bit scary because every other time I do this, hi, I'll do the intro very soon as well. Something goes wrong before broadcast. But today, technology has been working seamlessly. And I'm actually on time, on the nose on time, which makes me really scared because it feels like something bad's going to happen during the broadcast. Anyway, hi everyone, Donnie here, Innovation Fika. It's Wednesday morning, it's 9:30 a.m. As you know, every Wednesday morning, 9:30 a.m., I do this Innovation Fika, Innovation Coffee Break with guests live from KTH. Today, actually, we are live from the KTH THS Pop-up Café with not a full audience. It's more of a tech test today. Next time, we're going to have 1,000 people in here with a live audience. We're actually, of course, we have the wonderful sewage car pumping the sewage just beside us here. So if you see us doing nose cringe, you'll know what's going on. Anyway, enough about that. So yeah, an episode 193. So check it out online. 100 180, I think, episodes on YouTube recorded, and we have people coming online. Look here, this is great. As the graduate student from KTH, currently interning in, excellent, very good, very good. And here's more people coming online from Usman. Are you all there? Yes, we're all here. We're all here at least. So anyway, enough about that. Enough about me. And I'm turning to my guests, and I will ask you the same question I ask all of my guests: who are you and what do you do? So.
Okay, I am Smriti. I am the project manager for THS Armada, which is the biggest career fair here at KTH.
Yeah.
I am a master's student in sustainable production development, but this year I took a sabbatical and I am doing Armada full time. So I'm basically responsible for bringing up the fair alive, and it's going to be there in 2 weeks.
Cool. We'll talk more about Armada in a minute as well. And sir?
Right. So I'm Paresh, and I'm a recent graduate from production engineering and management at KTH. I've been with Armada for about 3 years now. And this year, my role is head of business relations and events. And on a bigger picture, Armada is basically responsible for connecting students with industry. And me and my team basically work together to secure the collaborations with the companies and then make that industry part of the mission successful.
And the thing is, I have the two correct people here today because I have the project manager of the biggest student work fair, right?
Yes.
And I have the business relation person for the same fair. We're talking over 100 companies, 120 companies. Yes. That's a lot of companies. And so it sounds like it's a big operation.
It is. We basically start working. So I started working in December last year.
Last year?
Yes.
That's a year ago. Okay.
Yeah. And then I recruited my project group. So these people, and I have 19 people in my project group who started working in February.
Yeah.
And they have been planning stuff and like discussing ideas, rolling the ball and getting their teams recruited. And now we are almost at the end. It's
almost there. 2 weeks to go. It's the 18th and 19th of November, right?
Yes.
So it's exactly 2 weeks from today. And I know we were talking about it before, but we're going to try and do a broadcast on the Wednesday, the 19th, like from Armada as well, with all of the. How many visitors, students do you have in a?
I think according to the statistics that we had from 2023, we had about 15,000 unique visitors on both the days.
15,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. And you filled the whole of Nimble, isn't it? The student building over here with companies and visitors, everything like that.
Yeah. Usually it's two buildings, Nimble and also the KTH library. Which
and the library as well, of course, yeah.
But of course, this year, because of several different reasons, we couldn't get the library. Yeah. So instead, the fair is happening at Nimble and KTH Innovation.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'm super impressed. It's like and all of this work and all of the time. Like, what has been? Okay, I'll ask. What has been the most challenging this last year up until the event?
Okay, so I would say when I started in February, I had a lot of big plans and new ideas that I wanted to execute. But then I got the news that we won't be getting the library this year, and that was like we are half the capacity that we usually have. And then we started discussing with KTH and management, and like it was a lot of back and forth, but we ultimately ended up at KTH Innovation, and I'm very happy about it because we had started selling before we actually got to know that we don't get the library, and we introduced a new concept, which was, so our core values usually are sustainability and diversity, but this year we introduced a third core value which is innovation. And then we made it happen in KTH Innovation. So I think everything worked out really well.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. We're looking forward to it as well. It's going to be really cool. And how about you then? Challenging, I mean, it's like, is it a lot of repeat companies, or is it like, again, who we're going to call this year, or how?
For us, I would say the challenge is something that we created for ourselves because we really wanted to redefine how we function.
Yeah.
Because conventionally, there has been the cases that we just get a revenue target and then we just sell and then we reach the target. But that is not really how we wanted to function this particular year. So we want like being in my position or in my team's position where we are business people. So the spirit is trying to just be good listeners in the first place and trying to understand what the companies really need and what the students really need. Because what we function based on is the feedback that we get from the previous years, and both from students and the companies. And sometimes it's been the case that the companies are not satisfied just by exhibiting at the fair. And sometimes it's been the case that students are not satisfied because it's too many people. So we try to understand the potential and then we try to create products that we could sell in the process. So it was that new process that we tried to establish this particular year. And as a result, we did come up with new events such as one-on-one contact calls. Where students can speak to company representatives in a particular or a personal environment like this, basically, and not in just the fair. So that is what students complain usually about, and we thought that would be a good idea to bring in. And then we also had some events like after work or field visits to cater to different employer branding strategies of different companies. So in that way, I would say we've had new companies who had different employer branding strategies who secured the collaboration with us, because at the end of the day for us, participation is not just important, it's more about the partnership that we have with the companies. So I think we have been successful. It's the challenge that we created, and I think at the end of the day we've had a wait list where the companies were waiting to get a spot in Armada. So which has never been the case. So in that way, I would say we successfully accomplished the challenge that we created for ourselves.
So have you been turning people down now then and say, no, you cannot come in. There's too many here. You can't.
Too many. That was the case.
We had to do this year.
Also because of the space limitation that we had. Yes.
Okay, cool. And what's been the most sort of rewarding so far? I mean, apart from that, after the 18th, 19th, that's going to be. But I mean, what's been the most rewarding experience in this year so far for you?
I would say being at Armada is a crash course in teamwork, management, event organization, leadership. It's everything. You get to learn from scratch because you are basically like, it's a whole new team every year, and you are doing this project from scratch and you are getting it built up and like organizing everything. You have to think about fire safety, you have to think about nowadays because there are a lot of protests, so you have to think about how you're going to deal with the protesters so that the companies don't get dissatisfied with the customer service. So you learn everything, and I would say that is the biggest reward that I got. Like I grew up as a person a lot, and I developed a lot of new skills. I used to be a short-tempered person, but now I would say I've learned how to.
But that's great. I think all of those. I mean, these extracurricular activities, they are character building in so many ways, and you learn so much. I mean, I've been running the TEDx, KTH TEDx license here for years, and the same thing there with the project team that comes together, and you really have to get into it. So, no, I mean, and I'm a big fan of student-led and student-driven initiatives. So, I mean, look at Slush in Finland, which is a completely student-owned and driven thing. I mean, it's like thousands and thousands of people. I have one question for you, and then regarding companies. And I mean, are you seeing any sort of trends when it comes to what types of companies, or what are they looking for any specific sort of skills or traits, or is there anything like that?
I would say, as far as Armada is concerned, it's mostly the companies who cater to conglomerate sector are the ones who are interested to participate. So, because we have a lot of other career fairs in KTH happening, so it could be specific to computer science, or it could be specific to machine section, or it could be specific to some other chapter. So, we don't really have companies who are niche. I would say so the companies that come to us are always the ones who have a lot of opportunities for a wide range of students. So that has been the general trend so far. But as I briefly mentioned before, the companies are seeking for different employer branding strategies. They don't just want to come and exhibit at the fair because that's not something that they would stand out in. So they're really, say for example, we have had some companies who have been participating with us for many years, but then they said that they wouldn't participate this year because they've changed the employer branding strategy where they would want to invite a lot of students to their facility, show them around the facility, and then create a brand rather than just coming and exhibiting at the fair. So to cater such needs, again, we had to come up with new products called as Field Visit, and then where we gather students and then take them to the company. And then, so basically it's an event where we co-create and co-collaborate with the companies. And so these are the trends I would say from the side of companies. So far.
I mean, and okay, so the fair is for the students. I mean, it's like for the students to understand what's going on out there, and and get a feel for what employers are sort of asking for. So what would you say? What would you say to the students that hopefully then are watching this as well now, or up until the 18th, 19th? I mean, what would your message be to the students and sort of for preparation for Armada?
Right. I would say we have a list of exhibitors, which is up on our website, armada.nu, and also the list of events that we are organizing in, I think, the events week, which started from yesterday, the 3rd of November. Day before yesterday, the 3rd of November. So I would really ask everyone who's watching this, and also the ones who will watch this later, to keep an eye out on all the events that we've had, because they're really interesting. About 5 lunch lectures, one after work, 1 field visit, 2 panel discussions, and 1 Armada run, which we successfully executed, and also the one-on-one contact calls with 2 companies that I was talking about. So these are some things in which students can also make an effort to stand out among the pool of visitors that we'll have during the day. Also, if I were to be on the other side, which I am again, because I'm looking myself for a full-time opportunity, so I would go to the exhibitor section on the website and then check which are the companies which are relevant for me, because we try to classify it according to the field of study, the program, and also what sorts of employments each company is providing. So I would have an eye, make a priority list for myself, and also we will put up the map soon, so you can know where exactly the company is situated, in which floor of Nimble or in KTH Innovation. So I would make the preparation and then utilize it. Best.
And since you've been mentioning the website, where do we find the website? Just to make some things super clear for people, so we don't have any misunderstandings.
It's just armada.nu.
Armada.nu.
Yes.
Okay. As in now in Swedish.
Yes.
Armada nu. Yeah, exactly. The .nu domain is it's especially good in Swedish because it means like now. So it's good. Okay, so armada.nu is the main website, and I'll find the map and the lists and the different companies, and also kind of what they're
what
events.
But you said 5 lunch events. That's all week then, or is it at the same time those 2 days?
No. It's throughout the event weeks. So the event weeks began on the 3rd of November, and it's up until the 27th of November, if I'm not wrong.
There you go. So it's not just these. I mean, it's not just sort of these. I mean, I know that I know there's a lot of things leading up to. I mean, let's talk about the Armada in a bigger sense as well. So what's going on? I mean, from today and then up to whenever it ends. What's going to happen? What's happening now then?
So I would just share, like when I started, I was sitting with, last year I was selected as a project manager, and I was sitting with the project group that time, and we were discussing about how we want to structure the project group next year and how it will be most efficient to have what roles, because we have an IT department, we have a human resources department, a fair and logistics, and a business relations department. So it felt like I'm sitting in a board meeting and like thinking about restructuring the company, and that was really nice. And then we started with like recruitment people, and then I started alone. Now I have a team of 180 people working with me, and all of them are volunteers.
Wow.
And So we basically started with planning what we want to do this year, what new concepts we want to bring,
Yeah.
and then we started how we are going to execute those concepts. And now basically we are just planning how to go ahead with the construction weekend, because it's just a weekend that we use to basically ready the whole building,
Yeah.
or the two buildings where we will have. So we'll carpet all the floors, we will have the booth sizes there, and the companies will come and build up their
Yeah.
booths. So that's what we are that's where we are right now. So on the almost the execution stage. Yeah.
Almost there. And then, so, but the sort of the days leading up to the 18th and 19th, which is the Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yes.
Are there anything else happening then, like before then, or is it? Am I aiming for the 18th as a student?
No, absolutely not. Because as we discussed before, we have series of events lined up.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a few, then maybe we could talk about because we are at the Innovation Fika, we can talk about the Innovation Day that we are having.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, that innovation is one of our new core values that we have added. So it's a pet project, and it's something that we're trying out for the first time. And in my opinion, it's really, really interesting because we have secured participation from 4 panelists, which are, so it's a panel discussion on the Innovation Day, by the way, happening at KTH Innovation, starting from 5 p.m., if I'm not wrong, on the 10th of November.
Yes.
So we have participation from Microsoft, a big tech chain. At the same time, we have participation from Norquin.
Norquin,
it's an NGO which empowers entrepreneurs and then supports them. And then we also have participation from a fairly recently launched startup called as Cult, which is supporting for branding bigger companies and so on. And then also one of the mentors and coaches from KTH Innovation would join. So as you can see, it is just spread across different scales of industries, different stages in which they are. And that is truly what we want to highlight, that innovation is not really specific to a particular scale of industry, or it is a way of living for a company to continuously adapt to the challenging market that they are. And this is what we wanted to show, and I hope we'll be successful in delivering this.
Well, I mean, okay, so I happen to be biased since I kind of work at KTH Innovation and with innovation, and I've been doing it for quite some time. But I will just, I'll second that as well, because I mean, innovation is a mindset more than it is, oh, we need to come up with a new product, once a year kind of thing. It's a very much a mindset thing, and often when we talk about the innovative organizations, it's about the mindset of always being curious and interested, and have a good, and creating an innovative organization as well. It's all about the team and the people and the openness and both the willingness and the being allowed to discuss ideas and have different opinions and see what's going on in the world. So I think that I think moving towards a more innovative organization or society is it's key. Because you can't just sort of, I don't know, no offense to any companies here, but spending the full year working and then going like for 2 days to like a conference place and say, okay, now we're going to be creative, and then that's the 2 days that they're supposed to be creative, and then the other 363 days they're just supposed to work. That doesn't really work anymore. You have to be much more agile today, because it's so much faster as well. And I think personally that Armada is a fantastic, all of the work fairs, but Armada being the biggest one, is fantastic events, because you get an actual sort of insight into the companies that are out there that are employing and looking people. You get a feel for innovation. I know you have some startups as well exhibiting, so there's this, you don't only have to go and work for a big company. There are startups that are looking for people. You can also start your own company, and employ people. That's KTH Innovation. Come to us and we'll help you do that. So I think the alternatives as well for a student today at KTH is really incredible. The old saying of the world is your oyster, but today it's like You know, there's so much you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll of course, when it comes to KTH Innovation, we encourage all students, even if you, I mean, if you're at KTH for like a master's or 6 to 12 months or whatever it is, you might not have time to start your own company,
Right.
but you'll have time to spend time with one of the other companies that are here. I mean, so we have always lots of startups there that are always looking for helping people, which is a great way of just getting a feel for it. And most employers, and this is just this is an interesting how it comes together. Most employers, they want you to be, you know, entrepreneurial. So if you have practiced that, you know, that skill set. I mean, as both of you now, with being the project manager and the head of business relations, what you've been practicing here is something that companies value. And having run your own business is something that companies value as well, because it means that you can think on your feet, you understand business, you know, money in, money out, you know the whole sort of idea of getting things to work. So usually it's a very valued sort of skill to have. So I mean, I'm always very, very enthusiastic about getting students to try stuff as they are here. I'm seeing, do we have anything else here? Look at this. We have somebody from the Netherlands here. Best wishes, Paresh and Smriti. Very insightful discussion. Thank you very much. Very good. Happy to see people. And we have somebody from Tech Transfer in Saudi Arabia as well. Wonderful. Let's see people from all over the world. That's great. And as we're getting closer to now the end of the Innovation Fika, as you know, it's the world's fastest half an hour every Wednesday, 9:30. And I will ask my guests, is there anything else that you want to make sure to get into this broadcast as we're getting toward the end of the process? Any shout outs, any mentions, anything that we should not forget to say?
Yeah, then maybe we could just take this opportunity to mention about the companies which are seeking the maximum exposure.
Yeah.
Because which means that they're hiring a lot, and that could be really helpful for the students. So to start from, we have at least 4 such companies that have asked for maximum exposure, and one is Hubexo. They are basically they develop technical solutions based on data-driven market insights, and specifically catering for construction industry. So because they develop technical solutions, of course, they're looking for people in software engineering background. So that could be worthwhile checking into. And also we have SBAB Bank, who is trying to transform the way that banking works, and that transformation again requires technology, and that's the answer. So if you're wondering why would a bank come to a technical university and exhibit, no, because they function heavily on technology, and they're also looking for a lot of software developers and then technical engineers, the ones on the IT side. That could be a good company to talk to if you're interested. And we have 2 more companies.
Is he going to do 150 companies?
No.
No, I guess 2 more. We have Hush back then.
Yes, we have.
Sorry.
No worries. We have FOE and Försvarsmakten, which is the Swedish Defense Research Agency, and also the Swedish Armed Forces.
Yeah, FOE. Yeah, exactly.
So they're again conglomerate. They're looking for students of variety of backgrounds, starting from aerospace and defense, engineering and technology, or construction, infrastructure, software development, research and development, and so on. So yeah, these are the 4 that I'm going to
but I think I will mention one thing though, and then okay, thank you for this. Just another comment here. Always fun to tune into Innovation Fika. Wonderful to see you as well. Thank you for always tuning into Innovation Fika. No, I will also mention that. I mean, it's an interesting place, this KTH University thing, where we are at, right? Because it's so full of opportunities. And I mean, I try and meet first-year students, and I say that, okay, you're here for 4 or 5 years, and maybe a sabbatical as well, and and if you're standing in the central campus, in this 2-kilometer radius, you have every single competence and knowledge base that you will need to fix almost any problem in the world if you want to fix it yourself. You get exposed to all of these incredible companies that are always sort of looking for students. Most students have some kind of even employment, or they have also had some kind of project, which is another thing when it comes to this KTH and like the Swedish university way of doing it is that, I mean, you always have a very sort of practical part of your education. So you don't just sort of sit in school and then suddenly one day you go, oh my God, I got to go to a company.
Yeah.
It's like you're actually at companies doing projects all the way through school.
Yes.
So
I really love this comment.
This one?
Yes.
I found my first job before graduating at Armada. I love Armada. There you go. Boom. You see? Fantastic. Thank you for adding. You see, it works. So, and this is exactly what we're saying.
Right.
So I'm encouraging everybody that listening as well. If you have an opportunity, come to KTH, study at KTH, do your masters here or whatever. Just come here, because once you're here, the opportunities are amazing in all kinds.
Yeah.
KTH Innovation, we offer free support for anybody with any idea.
Mm-hmm.
Armada, all of these work fairs. All of the work that you've spent on this,
Mm.
that will now, in the crescendo of these 2 days of Armada, where you're actually giving these 15,000 students the opportunity to look at 150 companies to say, where do I see myself at least the coming years,
Right.
not necessarily the coming 45 years, because it will change.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's an amazing opportunity. And I will just look at the time here, and then we're getting almost to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I will say thank you so much to my two guests. It was great having you here. And the tech test worked out nicely. We are actually
Nothing crashed.
No. we have a couple of minutes to go. No, but we're actually in the THS Pop-up Café at KTH Entré, at the entrance of KTH. That's if you hear people in the background coming in now. And the plan is, of course, to do this with a full house with lots and lots of audience as well. But this was just a first tech test. Thank you for enduring this test. But it was great as well to be able to talk about Armada 2 weeks before Armada,
Right.
and not just only at Armada.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll get some people tuning in and listening in and watching this, and we can spread this as well, so they can look into this as well. Armada.nu is the address. I will say thank you so much to my guests. Thank you for all the information. It's been fantastic. I will thank everybody online, and next week I will be traveling. I'll try and do this. I'm in Italy next week. I'm in Trento doing a 2-day workshop. I'll try and do this from Italy. We'll see. Maybe not.
Yep.
But if nothing else, we're aiming for the 19th.
Yes.
Armada week,
Yes.
19th, live online again. With that, I will say thank you, and thank you, and
Thank you so
goodbye,
much. Bye-bye.
and bye, everyone.